on digital radio, on the app, on your smartphone, on X, YouTube, and Facebook. The Sportscast. Expect the unexpected.
The Donut Bag presented by The Sportscast.
The Donut Bag, hosted by Joey Bag of Donuts. And here's your host, Joey Bag of Donuts.
Wow, what a difference a week makes. The last time you were on, your background was sad Steelers fans, and now we got the terrible towel. All
now
is well with the world.
everything's wonderful.
Everything's coming up Steelers. Everything is great. I don't think they're ever going to lose again. I think they're going to go 14-3. I think this is it. They finally figured it out.
Going all the way to Super Bowl this year.
That's right. But we laugh about that, but that is the exact same thinking that everybody had going into the game. Everybody had the thinking of, oh my goodness, the Steelers defense was horrible. They're never going to be good again. Oh my God, the Colts are coming. The number one offense with Jonathan Taylor, and he's such a good running back. And the Steelers suck against the run. The Steelers will never be. They'll never be able to stop him. The Colts might score 100 on the Steelers. Like, don't you think they work on this stuff? Don't you think they know they had problems and they tried to solve them?
Well, here's what threw me off. They knew they had a problem after Cincinnati. They had the week to work on it, and the Packers are a good team, but in terms of scoring offense and everything else, the Colts were better. And who knew? I mean, did someone give Peyton Wilson Superman under ruse?
Maybe.
I mean, he had an interception. He had that deflection to Sawyer as part of the interception. That's luck.
Okay, that deflection to Sawyer looked like they planned it. They look like they're like a great tag team. Like, I don't know, like the the Young Bucks or something like that. Like the like this, these whenever they put two young guys together and they form a tag team, or the Young Guns or whatever. It's like, yeah, I mean that looked like a plan to play with how well it worked. Like, I'll deflect it. It was almost like volleyball. It's like, ooh, I'll set it up, and you bring it down. All right.
But I mean, and I'll say this for this year for the NFL. They normally say, oh, it's a divisional game. You got to throw out the records. You can't tell. Throw out the points, throw out the records, every game out there.
Seriously.
I mean,
it's so unpredictable this year.
The Packers looked so good last week, and they lost to Carolina.
At home.
Yes.
It's probably because of those stupid uniforms, though. Actually, they weren't that stupid. It's like, but I mean, when you have to paint on a leather-like thing on your helmet, maybe that's not the way to go. Maybe. I'm just so sick and tired of these. They're cramming new uniforms down our throats every single minute. I'm so sick of it. It's especially that whatever that crap Steelers walking around with khakis. That's probably why they lost. They were so embarrassed about how they look. Guys, we can't function as a football team. Let's go back to our regular uniforms. But yeah, I mean, it's just now I wasn't sure they were going to win, but I thought they would do better than that. And I think the Colts are just, I don't know. I think they just got they just didn't know what to expect.
Well, it's either that or we're still to the part of the season where you still can have an easy schedule, build up a really good record, build up really good stats, and then all of a sudden you get slapped in the face.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, I've seen people who are Colts fans saying, oh, this is the Daniel Jones we thought we were going to get. Not the one who came. This is the guy who you scare him a little bit, you hit him a little bit, you throw him off, and then all of a sudden he's panicking, doesn't know what to do, he can't recover, you know, like even though he is a veteran, but compared to a a better quarterback where, oh, we're throwing Patrick Mahomes off. Okay, good. You threw him off. He can recover. Josh Allen, he can recover, he was like, oh, I'm panicking. What can I do? I'm having flashbacks to New York now. And I'm going to throw all these picks and everything. And it's like, it was New England. It was a New England game all over again.
Yeah.
The defense played good, not great. This was not we only allowed, the Steelers only allowed one game, I think they allowed like 4 yards in an entire quarter once. It was a complete lockdown. It wasn't that. It was, they got completions, but lots of turnovers. And when you have lots of turnovers, your offense doesn't have to go very far.
Right.
So that's why if you look at the stats, and also because the Colts put up garbage time stats, they were, it wasn't as close as 7.
Right. That was the most deceptive score ever. That was no 7-point game does not indicate what kind of game it was for sure.
No. Now, and I mean, if you look in the weirdest thing, you try to look at how teams how they played the teams are going to come play. Like they're playing the Chargers next week, Sunday night in Los Angeles, which means it's a home game for the Steelers.
Pretty much, yeah.
The Chargers won, but they barely beat Tennessee on the road.
And they just lost their other starting tackle. So their offensive line is going to suck.
Yeah. And it's literally, can you tell who's going to be good and who's going to be bad week to week? And I mean, you would love to say, okay, this is going to be, an easier game, or, oh yeah, the Steelers did this against this really good team, therefore we know they're going in the right direction. We hope that, I think we could, the offensive line has gotten significantly better from game 1.
Yeah.
You're not hearing breakdowns left and right. The running game has gotten so much better, even though they didn't run great against the Colts, but the running game was still better. Aaron Rodgers isn't on his ass every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Which is a concern when you got a 40-year-old quarterback. But that's gotten better. But can you say the run defense has gotten better because 1 week they got better? I mean,
no. I mean,
especially like I said, this year is so hard to figure out.
It's so unpredictable. It's so unpredictable. Yeah, we have no idea what's going to happen. But I'm trying to figure out why it was so good against the Colts. I think one reason was that they simplified it because they had so many injuries at safety. So they had to play Jalen Ramsey there, and a guy they literally just got and just
who had one full practice, practice beforehand.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think keeping it simple is better because, what did they have before? It's like, oh, Jalen Ramsey can play safety and slot corner and this and that. It's like, okay, that's fine, but it's confusing as hell. And nobody knows what's going on. And it leads to all kinds of breakdowns. So maybe just keep it simple.
Yeah. And the other thing, and I've heard the analysts say this, is that when things were going bad the last 2 games, you would have individual players try to do more.
Hero ball.
Yeah. You're like, okay, you're playing here. This is where you are. This is your gap. Players like, oh no, it's over there. I'm going to do above and beyond. And then all of a sudden there's a giant hole.
Right.
Maybe give credit for the coaching. Stay in your lane. I know you see this going on. You have to stay here because this is your assignment. You can't cover for 3 people at once.
Yeah.
And maybe that got into them. And the senior people because this is not a rookie defense. There are rookies on the defense, which we're very happy about, but because they're getting younger a little bit, and we have a bunch of older people who are slower, but you got enough veterans who can say, you need to do this. I know you want to do more. That's great. You have that desire to do above and beyond. Great. But we all have our role, and this is what we need to do to have a solid defense.
Yeah.
And you know what? If they can keep doing that, I mean, you look, like I said, look at the upcoming schedule. I think the only game, and I know this is going to jinx them, the only game that looks like a definite win is Miami, because Miami looks horrible. But if they can play, if they can be consistent like they were, I know you're not going to get that many turnovers, but if you can at least be consistent, I don't see any team blowing them out of the water.
So their upcoming schedule is at the Chargers Sunday night,
Okay.
home to the Bengals, which could be real interesting. I mean, Joe Flacco is no fluke.
Oh no.
He's if that team had a defense, they would be unstoppable.
Yeah,
my goodness.
You saw that game against the Bears yesterday, where they scored all those points just to get back, and then they lose it because they're the Bengals.
Unbelievable. And even their own players are mad at them. And I don't blame them. It's like you gave up 47 points, for goodness sake. Like, this is insanity.
And the Bears are not a crap team, but they're not that good.
Well, after home to the Bengals is at the Bears. And that'll be really interesting. I don't know how that's going to go. The Bears are just wildly inconsistent. Sometimes they look really good and sometimes they look really bad. So who knows what's going to, and it's in Chicago. So that's going to be really interesting.
Yeah. And we're getting here to where weather, depending on the weather could go crazy.
We're starting to get the weather problems. Home to the Bills, we know that's a loss. And then we start playing, and then at the Ravens, home to the Dolphins, at the Lions, that's a loss. At the Browns.
Well, you know what though? Hold on. Before you say that, the Lions, they lost at home to Minnesota.
Right.
And didn't the Lions have an injury in that game, or am I thinking wrong?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But
there's a lot of players getting injured left and right, though.
Yeah.
Like high profile. So
yeah, it happens.
But I would say Detroit, I would not say is a guaranteed win, a guaranteed loss. I think they could, the Bills. Yeah, I would, the Bills. I think they'd be overmatched, but they've beaten the Bills previous years. But they've beaten the Bills when they really shouldn't have.
Yeah,
you get a fluke game. The Bills beat Kansas City, but that's during the regular season. That doesn't count.
It's just so unpredictable.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so unpredictable. It's fun, but anything can happen.
Yeah. Well, that is one of the fun things, is that for this year, there are a few teams you can say are out of it. The Browns, the Dolphins, the Jets. Not a lot of other
That's
teams
about it.
Yeah, they're not. Even the Bengals are not out of it.
Right.
The Raven, everyone's expecting the Ravens to win the division, which it wouldn't shock me if they did. They go on a run. But, they weren't going gangbusters before Lamar Jackson got injured.
Right.
Derrick Henry has not looked like Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
For the entire season, he has not looked as the most dominating player in the league. The only team I think that is really, in my mind, dominating are the Eagles.
That's kind of it. I would have said the Chiefs before that, but they just lost. So
right now, if the playoffs start today, the Chiefs are not in.
That's crazy. Oh my goodness.
The Chiefs and the Ravens are on the outside looking in.
Wow. Jeez, that would be insane. But I mean, yeah. Who knows?
Like I said, you try to by this time of the season. Normally, you have a feel for the team. You say like last year it was okay. We have an amazing defense, and the offense can do a little something. It's better than Kenny Pickett, and maybe they can do something. Then everything fell apart second half of the year. They have a not just competent, they have a good offense this year. An offense you don't have to wonder, can they get 10 points? They're consistently hitting in the 20s. How long has it been since the Steelers offense has been, there's better chance than not they're going to score over 20? It's been a long time.
Yep.
And, if they can do that and the defense doesn't blow up like they did against Cincinnati, they have a chance against, most teams.
But is the offense really good enough? Which brings me to my next point. The trade deadline is tomorrow. Do you think they'll actually do anything? Do you think they'll get anybody on offense or defense?
I think they're going to get in fact, I thought I saw where there were rumors, and I'm going to look real quick now just to see if it happened. Rumors that they got a wide receiver.
I heard they got Marcus Valdez-Scanlon, whatever his name is, finally, but he's like going to be on the practice squad or something like that. So,
okay.
That's interesting, but
I mean, it's. Honestly,
I want a wide receiver. I want a good wide receiver.
Yeah. I mean, and not that we don't doubt. Calvin Austin has done amazing this year.
Yeah,
when he's in.
That's right. When he's playing.
When he's playing, him and he has done really well. Darnell Washington has done good when they throw to him. Mainly because I don't think a defensive back really wants to tackle an offensive lineman.
Right.
Which I don't blame him. But
if a 300-pound man is running at you full speed,
you can't go high. You want to take the legs out, but that means you're going to get hit by his legs. And that happens 5 or 6 times. You're going to try to somewhere else.
I don't know. Maybe like a flying cross body. Maybe like do a double team move where you like jump on a teammate and just fly on top of him or something like that.
But no, I would like to see, because once you're beyond those two, and really DK Metcalf has not had a breakout game. He's not that he's been bad, except for the one interception he couldn't keep a hold of.
Yeah.
Which he takes the blame for that. But other than that, he's been good, but he hasn't been, maybe because people are double teaming him, keeping an eye on him, it's opening up other things. But, for the first time in a while, I am, and this is a watch, something's going to happen. I am confident that the Steelers quarterback will not do something moronic.
Right.
Right. Or he's like last year, it's like middle of the field people. And it's like Russell Wilson can't throw in the middle of the field. Right. Physically, he can't.
He can't see the middle of the field. He's too short.
Yeah. Early in his career, it wasn't an issue because he could run. And Aaron Rodgers, he still mentally has it. You see him picking up things, reading the field, reading the defense, not occasional 1 or 2 bad throws, but for the most part, he's not doing mentally anything horribly wrong.
Aaron Rodgers might be the smartest quarterback that's ever played. He just seems insanely smart, and the adjustments
puts forth the work, trying to study things and get not just. And I mean, honestly, that was the difference between him and Ben. Ben was not a cerebral quarterback.
No.
Ben was I'm bigger. I got a big arm. You can't tackle me. I'll run around till someone gets open, and I know I can just heave it down there.
Yeah.
Like Bradshaw.
Right. It's like, I'm just going to go on my physical ability and that should be good enough. And it was.
It was, yeah. But Aaron Rodgers is a very cerebral. He like I said, it's a matter of he's not, like I said, you see one or two bad throws, but for the most part, he's not making stupid decisions.
Right.
He's reading the field. He's seeing what's open. Sometimes the players aren't paying attention and the balls are hitting them instead of knowing, like, hey, the ball's going to come to me.
Hit it in the worst possible place, and his hands at his chest. Like, what's this thing? Like, buddy, it's your job. Come on, man.
Plus, the throws seem to be where they need to be. They're not like behind or too far ahead or over the head. He's making the throws where they need to be. And so, like, it's actually, you get confidence. Like, okay, if the Steelers need to score, it's not a matter of dumb luck and they score. They have a chance. They have the talent. They have the leader to drive them down the field and do what's necessary. Now, who knows when we get to the last month of the season and we see Baltimore twice and, the weather gets crap. Of course, he should be used to crappy weather, Green Bay. But, we get the crappy weather where the ball's slick and the field gets even worse. So that could be an issue. But it's one of those things where, like I said, let's say you're going to say, oh, they're going to play, random team. You're like, okay, if they play like they should, which I know is the big if, they have a chance. Maybe Vegas had the Colts only favored by 3 on a road game. Weren't the Colts a favorite? I think the last game by like 3
against the Steelers.
Yeah, or were the Steelers a favorite by 3?
No, I mean, I would believe it would be Colts by 3.
Okay,
but still,
yeah.
Colts and yes, the Steelers did have a winning record, but still, and it was in Pittsburgh, but still, Colts by 3 seems a little low.
Yeah,
like maybe Vegas knew something.
That's why they or Davis didn't trust Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's this is going to be one of those seasons where it's like, don't go into a game with too high or too low expectations and then try to enjoy the ride, because this is going to be admittedly, for all we know, it's going to end up again, Kansas City versus Philadelphia.
Maybe.
But it's going to be wild to get there.
Right.
It's going to be wild to get there.
If it is Kansas City and Philadelphia again, there's going to be a lot of people upset. It's like really the same thing every single year. It's almost like baseball. It's like, oh, the Dodgers win every year. Oh,
yeah,
cool.
Dodgers won again. Yay.
Why do I bother watching this? We already know what's going to happen. Like, great. So, but I mean, it very well could happen. That's probably the odds-on favorite right now is another Kansas City Philadelphia game, but that would be, oh boy. I just know I just like that the last Super Bowl, people are like, oh, I'm not watching. Just so you know, I'm not gonna watch a Super Bowl. I'm not gonna watch a Super Bowl. Oh, you know what? The numbers were really affected by that one person not watching. I tell you what. I don't know how the economy survived that one person boycotting.
Oh yeah, and it's always hilarious. People say, "Oh yeah. Oh, Bad Bunny's going to be singing, and why are they letting this person sing?" And I'm not gonna watch this. I just bullshit. But
yeah.
But I mean, yeah, like I said, if you pull up like the weird playoff things, the Colts are still the number 1 seed.
Right.
Then the Patriots, then the Broncos. Because right now, Kansas City's 3rd in their division.
Right. Yeah, that's a tough division.
Yeah. I mean, it's now, I think we all agree this is not how the playoffs are going to go. But if the playoffs, because number one seed gets a bye, right? And then
just the number
off.
one seed gets a bye.
And if the playoffs started today, the Steelers would face the Bills.
Oh God.
They'd be
but it would be in Pittsburgh.
It'd be in Pittsburgh, yeah. Because mainly because the Bills are behind the Patriots.
Yeah. Yeah. Like who saw that coming?
No. I mean, Patriots need to get rid of Bill Belichick. Kind of what we were talking 2 weeks ago about coaching changes.
Right. Yeah.
But I mean,
the Colts the first seed, Patriots the second seed, Broncos the third seed, the Steelers would be the fourth seed. Yeah, playing the Bills in Pittsburgh. Yeah. Chiefs, Texans, Ravens, Bengals, Raiders, Browns, Dolphins are and Jets are and Titans. Titans.
Don't forget Titans.
Don't forget. What was that movie? Remember the Titans. Here, forget the Titans.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, the Titans, worst record, right? Tied with the Saints for the worst record in all of football. Almost beat the Chargers, or they kept the game close. They only lost by touchdown.
Right.
It's one of those things of if you go into it, you're thinking, okay, the Chargers are up here. The Titans, this should be a blow. No, it isn't.
There are almost no blowouts in the NFL. Like even when a game seems like it's going to be a blowout, it almost never is. I mean, there are blowouts, but they're very rare. It's usually two teams. These teams are evenly matched. The worst team is still pretty good.
Yeah. But I mean, for a trade, I want to see him get a wide receiver. Even if it's a wide receiver 3, just someone who can step up.
Most teams' wide receivers 3s are probably good enough to be Steelers wide receiver 2.
Receiver 2, exactly. So you should be able to get one at a decent value because you're not aiming that high. You're aiming for someone who, see if call up the Saints. They're not doing anything. Literally.
I would love either Olave or Rashid Shaheed. I'd love either one of those guys.
Yeah. And we got the draft capital next year, and the Saints being this bad, they're already going to be they're going to be a top probably 3 pick next year. But when you're doing this bad, you can't have enough picks to get your players. So yeah, but other than that, yeah, another defensive back would be good. Just because of the amount of injuries they've had, a good veteran who's athletic, but that's going to be tough. It's going to be hard to get.
They could get who they could. See, I think they could use maybe another running back too. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Jaylen Warren and what's his name, but
yeah, my brain's blanking right now, but I know you're talking about.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind like a Breece Hall or an Alvin Kamara or something like that.
Depends on
Kenny Gainwell, Kenny G.
Yeah, which has done pretty good.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's also a matter of because we all know you have to have 2 sides to trade. We have the draft capital to give teams for next year or the year beyond. But we don't want to give away too much because it looks like we may need to move up now if we want to have our franchise quarterback next year.
Right. Yeah, that the whole thing, the whole reason that we've been,
that
this year is a throwaway just so we could get just for that April 2026 moment where we can announce our new quarterback of the future. Who totally will not be a bust, who'll be good from day one. He won't need to sit or anything like that. He'll be good from day one.
Of course, the weather will be absolutely perfect.
My wife just said, "So what do we do? What are we doing for the NFL draft?" I'm like, "Staying the hell away from Pittsburgh, that's for sure. I'm not going anywhere. There, million people down. No, I'm good. I'm good. You, too peoply for me. I'm not. I'll stay. I might like get out of even stay away from my house. I might like move to Ohio or something for a while or something. Just to,
Oh, not Ohio.
not
Anything but Ohio.
Anything but Ohio. but yeah, it's going to be madness. But yeah, what
I mean, they have lucked out so far. In Detroit and Green Bay, they've lucked out. There've been good weather for the draft. But those of us of a certain age remember, admittedly, the draft's a little later in the year, but we all remember St. Patrick's Day 1993.
About 18 inches of snow or 30 inches of snow or something like that. It was an insane amount of snow.
Yeah. It was like, and the parade kept on going.
I was going to say there was
the draft will happen. The draft will happen. The draft will be outdoors. The draft will happen. It doesn't matter because we're Pittsburgh. But
imagine, could you imagine there's a snowstorm and Robert Goodell says with a 13th pick of the draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select defensive end, and like a bunch of snowballs start hitting or something. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I really hope that, considering we've turned the entire city upside down for this damn draft, that it's worth it all. We basically have every single square inch under construction just for the draft. So let's make it worth it. All right, folks.
Yeah.
Everything is under construction. But maybe, hopefully it'll be worth it.
Well, some of the changes I like because they're not just draft only changes.
Right.
Market Square getting refreshed and being more pedestrian friendly. The Goodyear being made into a nice park in that area.
Wait, you mean the bike lanes aren't going anywhere?
Oh, well, it's true. That's true. I don't know. Now, with the new mayor, who knows?
Oh, no. Maybe,
Remember, we are going to have a new mayor next year.
Oh, that's right, because
Gainey lost the primary.
Yeah. So it'll be somebody. Yeah. That will be interesting. If one candidate just said, "Vote for me, I'll get rid of the bike lanes," he might win the damn thing. And bicyclists, you brought this on yourself. Follow the damn traffic laws. Don't just go wherever the hell you want.
Yeah.
But all the problems in the world. Let's focus on the bike lanes. Because I saw something that said, "Did you see how bad the traffic is on Penn Avenue now that they put in a bike lane?" Like, people, it's like the Steelers defense. People will adjust.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like, oh, that area has a lot of traffic. I think I'll avoid that street. We're not dumb.
Unless you're going there for a reason.
Yeah.
Go somewhere else.
Yeah. Liberty Avenue is right there, folks. Smallman is right there, folks. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
Google Maps it. Come on. Anyway. Thanks for coming on.
Joe, one thing real quick. I just started to think, driving home today, about NFL stadiums and how there's a lack of old stadiums in the NFL. Now, I mean old as in pre-1970s. The fact that there's only 2 stadiums that were built before 1970.
Soldier Field and Lambeau Field, and that's it.
Yeah, and Soldier Field's going to get replaced by that thing they're going to build in the Chicago suburbs. That's going to cost like $3 billion.
Soldier Field, Lambeau Field, and then next is Arrowhead Stadium, which was opened in 1972. The Bills was opened in 1973, but that's about to go away.
That's about to go away.
And then the Superdome was opened in 1975. So that's a shock. I mean, and people are talking about getting rid of Acrisure.
Yeah,
because it's too old.
Well, no. Let's rephrase this. Not people. Steelers owners are talking about getting rid of it because it's too old. Now, with literally Cleveland getting a new stadium, Chicago getting a new stadium, and I'm thinking when they tore down Three Rivers, because the Three Rivers development was a complete failure and nothing was built around it for 30 years except for the Science Center. They had tons of parking lots they could build the other stadiums at. Yeah. Well, the stadium development, there's actually been building. There's offices. There's, hotels. There's
the North Shore is actually now a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you said, okay, I think I heard, and I can't get the source. The Rooney's either want $800 million for renovations at Acrisure or a new stadium.
Who's going to pay that, though?
Yeah. Well, and let's say they get the money and, who knows how that happens. Where would you put a new stadium? You can't, the North Shore's taken care of. You can't there's nowhere to put a new stadium anywhere. Even with putting the subway right there at the stadium, if you move it anywhere else, you're going to lose that transit, which is a big help on game days. Inside the city, there's not really a large area that's well connected that you could do something without bulldozing. And we found out, hopefully in the 60s and 70s, that bulldozing a neighborhood for
bad idea.
It's a bad idea.
Yeah.
So
the Hill District still has not recovered from that.
No. I mean, and the Pens let the development go from 15 years ago. So now it's okay. Well, we'll find someone else who maybe can develop it. But
it's such a perfect location, right in the middle. Like, you can't really. Oh, yeah. What you would have to do is put it at the same spot, knock it down, and for a year or two play at the Riverhound Stadium or North Allegheny Stadium or something. I don't know.
Come down to Morgantown. Come down to Morgantown.
There you go.
If you remember, back when they were working on stuff, the Steelers played a preseason game down in Morgantown because Pitt Stadium wasn't good enough to play in.
I will confirm that. Pitt Stadium was a dump.
Yeah.
My daughter once said to me, because I think we were at a game at I think it was called Heinz Field at the time. Yeah. It was a Pitt game, and there were 20 people there or something, and my daughter said, "Dad, when you went to Pitt, did you come to Heinz Field and did you sing Sweet Caroline?" And I just started to cry. Like, no, honey, we went to Pitt Stadium, which was worse than a metal bleachers. I think they had spikes coming out of it or something like that. And our only entertainment was we snuck in booze at the end. That was the only way we had fun at that stadium. Pitt Stadium that's why when people Pitt should have its own stadium on campus. First of all, there's no room, and second of all, they did that and it sucked. So yeah. So I don't know what they would do, but they would have to have a temporary. They could be. I was gonna say the Steubenville Steelers. I don't know, but the Happy Valley Steelers go play in they could just tour. They could just not have home games. They could have a game in Mexico and a game in Ireland and a game in Germany. That would be the most brutal schedule ever.
You know what, though? Penn State Stadium, it's good enough. It's big enough. In fact, it's probably too big. and it's not that far away from Pittsburgh.
I tell you what,
and it would stay in state.
The next time the Steelers play the Eagles, the game should very much be in Nittany Lion Stadium, whatever the heck they call it, be Happy Valley. That would just be perfect. I mean, it's like basically right in the middle of the state.
Yeah,
and it would just be really cool. It would just be really cool and it would be a really fun atmosphere. That would be a really cool experience.
And I know it's all a matter of home field and money and everything else. Make it a preseason game.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, a preseason game they would probably sell that out.
Oh yeah, yeah, because it can hold over 100,000, right, or close to.
I think so. Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, that'd be great.
You just make it an event. Make it like when the Penguins play in
like a stadium.
Yeah, one of those things. Yeah, make it a big event. We'll see. No, yeah. But I don't want them to move the stadium to Cranberry or Washington or some crap like that. Like
if they would move it anywhere, it'd be Cranberry, right next to the Lemieux complex.
There's room. Yeah.
There's plenty of room. You got the Turnpike right there. You got 79 right there. You have lower taxes. And you're right over the border from Allegheny County.
Yeah.
And but if they do that, remember the reason why they built the Heinz Field, PNC Park, and the convention center is the 1% RAD tax.
Right.
So would Butler County raise their taxes to bring the Steelers in? No.
And another thing is, if you get any state money, if either the Eagles or the Steelers say, I want a new stadium, one or the other team's going to say, yeah, me too. Yeah, you're getting them a stadium, you're getting us a stadium too. So there's that whole thing. And I mean,
because Lincoln Fields, I just looked it up, 2003.
There you go.
It's only 2 years younger.
Is the Steelers stadium, because I remember that. I remember at the time. It's like, we gotta get stadiums for both teams, because you can't leave one out. So
yeah.
There was I think Denver is getting a new stadium, and I think it's all being paid privately or something like that.
Well, that doesn't shock me.
I mean, I think the Walmart people own the Broncos or something like that. So
the course is it? I think it's maybe the
course people. Okay,
yeah, because the Walmart people are in Arkansas.
Oh, I think the Walmart people. I think one of the Walmart people.
Oh, okay, yeah. There are many. There are many, and they are very, very rich.
Right. So it's like, I mean, that's funny. It's like, sir, the new stadium's going to cost $2 billion. It's like, oh, you know what? I have $2 billion in one of my pant pockets. Here, let me get that for you. Here's your $2 billion. Okay,
the Walton Prenner Family Ownership Group.
There you go.
It's a former rail yard downtown Denver. No public tax money.
Yeah.
2031. It's also going to be part, just like Cleveland and just like Chicago and just like LA, a part of a mixed-use retail development.
Yeah.
And it's going to have a retractable roof.
Interesting.
Which,
I mean, that's cool, but also
they better keep it open. They better leave it open for football and just say, we can put the dome up for things like the Final Four or the Super Bowl.
They would have it.
WrestleMania.
They would have the dome up not all the time, but they would have the dome up in the cold weather, which, like, I don't know. We're losing the cold weather stadiums. Now, the Buffalo Stadium is not totally.
No, the stands are covered.
Yeah.
The stands are covered, but the field's open.
Yeah.
So they don't have to have people say, hey, you want to see a football game? Grab a shovel and shovel out your seat.
It's
like they knew down Buffalo.
Like, isn't it funny? Hey, we'll pay you $5 for 8 hours of labor, of hard labor, of shoveling that's insane. So yeah, it'll cover the seats. It'll be nice.
Yeah, and I mean that is one thing that Pittsburgh has as a major disadvantage compared to somewhere like Denver, which is, yes, they're at Mile High, but the mountains are around them, not in them.
Right.
But like you say, you look at Pittsburgh, okay, flat, big area that will have easy transportation. Doesn't exist.
Nope. Nope. Drive anywhere in Pittsburgh is not easy. I've lived here all my life. I get lost every time I'm downtown. I just drive and follow somebody that looks like they know what they're doing, and I hope we're going the same way. That's how I get around in Pittsburgh.
It's kind of like the races.
Yeah,
you're not first, you just follow the person in front of you.
It is funny when I'll go to a 5K and at the beginning of the race, they'll be like, okay, here are the thing. You're going to go here, and then you're going to go right, and then you're going to go left. It's like, I'm following the people in front of me. I'm not the front runner here. If you're all following me, you're screwed. So like I'm not worried about it. Like although there have been times when I have been lost, like in the middle of neighborhoods and stuff, and I just made my own routes. And I remember one time in North Park, I got lost. Well, not lost. I made a wrong turn, and I think it was just a short run or something like that. It was like one of those ones where you were supposed to go up the hill or something like that. And okay. It was funny. Everybody was going one way, and I made my own route, and like literally the cops were following me because they're like, we're following. We got him. Like it was fun. But hey, sometimes you got to make your own route.
Exactly.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Well, thanks for having me on, Joe.
All right.
Good talking to you.
Yeah, I'll see you.
See you later.